I am Russel, an arts administrator based in Durban. It's one who is concerned with the administration of the creative industries. Some may call it arts management. Essentially, you are the one in the background putting together the various work streams to ensure that projects are delivered on time, so deadlines are met. It's ensuring that projects are executed within budgets. It's also negotiating with cultural agencies and funding bodies to place greater investment into the arts and help them identify new ways of gauging the return on investment into the arts, but also promoting the arts as an important component of development and social expression. So what you're ultimately trying to create here is an environment that allows artists to focus on their primary objective, which is to create and produce good work. More specifically, my work in Durban is to connect the projects happening within the city to a wider network, provincial and national, regional, or even beyond that. Artists in Durban are sort of very isolated. They just focus and do work within the city. I've sort of tried to connect people and connect dots across the region. I'm also in close relationships with the local art centers and community-based museums in promoting the arts as yet another viable career option. And on the other hand, it's talking to the youth on the opportunities that exist should they be looking at pursuing the arts as a career. What are the business models and how do you commercialize your craft, Some 12 or 15 years ago, my introduction into creative culture was through hip-hop, and over time I was involved in organizing mixtapes, events, film work, online magazines, so I dabbled in literature. My entry was through MCing. And I realized that I had a keen interest and really enjoyed organizing and meeting people and seeing projects or ideas go from ideas level, to finished products or manifest themselves through an event. And then over time, more and more people wanted me to help them with organizing events and projects, and I slowly got dragged into the research aspect of the industry. And this really opened me to another world. I have a slight interest in business as well. So this was a way that I could satisfy my curiosity in the business world and my love for the arts. So over time, I've sort of become lesser of an MC and more of the one who's involved in the background. I wake up sort of late morning-ish. Mid-morning is more like it. I attend to emails then, any pressing phone calls. My meetings are from mid-morning till about just after lunchtime-ish. I then go back to my computer, attend to urgent emails, then follow up on phone calls where necessary. And I'm then at my computer from then till 5. I clock out, do the usual stuff that everybody else does at that part of the day. I go back to my computer around 9, 10, and that's when I do the creative stuff. That takes me till about 2 a.m. I would crash and up again. at around 8. No 2 days are the same for me. Some days require me to be up at 6, till 9 p.m. Some days I'm doing presentations or attending conferences. So it really depends on what time of the year it is, or the nature of the projects that I'm working on, or the projects that I'm working with. And I attend a lot of art events as part of my work. Yeah, that's the cool part. Working in the country presents its own set of complexities and cultural sensitivities. So to be sober-minded when making decisions is quite a responsibility. We're working in a country that has a particular past and a present. It's a country which is dealing with issues of accessibility, inclusivity, exclusivity, injustices, socio-political challenges. Before one makes a decision, you have to consider all of these issues and ensure that your decisions are somewhat responsive or mediates these tensions, On the other hand, it's trying to create an aesthetic as well. I work from film to advertising to architecture to visual arts to performance, and these disciplines have their own set of vocabulary and ways of looking at them. So to have this collective understanding is quite a responsibility and a challenge. But it's an interesting challenge, right? Because at the end of the day, there's a sense of accomplishment. The best place to start is obtaining a arts management degree. Beyond that, I think one presents a large part of themselves in this work. So somehow you have to constantly improve yourself, who you are, your principles, your ethics and morals. Over and above that, have a very inquisitive or curious nature on what this world could be. More specifically, the work that we're doing is trying to push South Africa's cultural identity into a specific direction. So somehow you also have to have this drive deep down within yourself. Get a degree and have this curiosity and dedication, commitment towards driving the cultural identity of the country and of the world, if you are thinking that big. Come to Durban. Jokes aside, I don't have a very strong online presence. There's some stuff that I've done before that you can find on YouTube. Stuff having to do with cuisine, some podcasts and video series that we've done over the years. Some of the online magazines that we've worked on is also available online. My Facebook has a lot of the stuff that I do or work on. Yeah. Thank you.